This is LA's first.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. We're all about manifestation, transformation, and breakthroughs. It's time to claim your birthright of prosperity, vitality, and love. So grab your tea or coffee because together we're awakening the world. May you live your truth. This is a message from your future self, your higher self, the part of you inside of you that knows everything is possible. This is the message. Never, never, never give up. Today's podcast is called The Wall of Fire, Never Give Up. This is Dr. Erin, and we come together to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, and align with universal law. We truly believe that when somebody awakens, they have a gift and message to bring to the world, and together we are awakening the world. So I'm Dr. Erin. I'm a doctor of divinity. I am the founder of New Thought Global and Soulciety, TV host of Good Morning La La Land, and we are here to know the truth together. I recognize right here and right now in this world, there is a lot of chaos. There is a lot of ups and downs. And I recognize there's people out there that are still thriving and there's people that are suicidal. And so I just want to send my prayers out to everyone across the globe. And I am calling upon all spiritual entrepreneurs from the depths of my heart and my deepest, deepest desire, which is to bring truth to the world. And so this podcast is for you. This podcast is for you. My message and the message that has been downloaded and that Spirit says so deeply in my heart and in my mind is never, never, never give up. So I'll never forget my own personal journey of wanting to give up. There was multiple times through high school and then sanity and after being date raped. I wanted to give up after breakups in high school. I wanted to give up after having my stillborn at the age of 22. I wanted to give up so many times in my life. But in particular, in my journey of fulfilling upon my dream of becoming a spiritual leader, my dream of making an impact in the world, a dream of becoming a spiritual coach, a dream of becoming a doctor of divinity, that dream of my mission and my message. I'll never forget there was a moment, and I had been on the spiritual track for a long time. I decided I wanted to make it a career, and I could not get a client for the life of me. I would do pro bonos. I would just talk about it. I would research it. I would try and figure it out. I would look at all these different things. And there was this point where I had to sit down with myself in my meditation room. And I was sitting there and I had a mirror, I had this little like temple little thing and I had candles and little knickknacks and a vision board, and I had a mirror in the front. And I remember looking at myself in the mirror in meditation position and having tears streaming down my face and thinking, who am I to think that I can do this? Am I kidding myself? Am I fooling myself? And I said, should I just give it all up? I asked myself, should I just give this all up? And in that moment, all I could do was surrender to the fact that this was my deepest desire. And I just thought, I don't know how, but I just have to keep going. And lo and behold, right after that, I got my first client and began to have clients. And it helped that I had hired a coach, right? We talk about that a lot. If you want to have people pay for you, for your services, you got to be willing to pay for other people's services to be able to coach. And I began to get deeper into getting coached, which really helps because you learn all kinds of things of 10xing your business. And it's super important. It's one of the biggest secrets and keys of the industry, because when you hire a coach, you begin to open yourself up to new community, new collaborations, new partnerships, and you learn things 10 times faster because other people have done their trials and errors. Other people have done their research. And I've been so not privileged, but worked my ass off to pay for coaches that have really helped me understand how to launch online, understand how to, sell, how to juxtaposition sales, all those things that are so important to learn, the technology, the skill set, the mindset, all of that. But the point is that there's a saying in all self-development, and it's called the wall of fire. And man, I have been there, let me tell you. So what is the wall of fire? The wall of fire is the place on your spiritual journey or in your journey of success where you hit a major wall. So it is something where you're trying to go from, say, making $3,000 a month to making 10 grand a month, and you are determined, and you set your commitment, and you're showing up to your coaching calls, and you're doing all your work, and you're hustling all, and you're praying, and you're doing all your stuff you need to do to get your mindset right, your skill set right, whatever it is. And you hit this wall. Someone in your partner gets sick, or your car, breaks down. You have major bills that come in unexpectedly, or something happens where you are needed in your family or in the world that takes you, and it is the biggest breakdown and challenges after challenges after challenges. And you hit this wall, and it's like you go, well, am I not supposed to be doing what I'm doing because it's supposed to be easier than this, right? Is this signs from the universe that I'm not on the right course? What is going on? Is this just another course that's not going to work? I'm hopeless. I'm just hitting this wall where I can't, summon up the courage to pay for a course because everything in my body feels like it just wants to give up into apathy and getting sadder and sadder. That is what we call the wall of fire. The wall of fire is the part of your ego that is literally resisting your new identity. I'm going to say that again. The wall of fire is where it is your ego that is an identity that does not want you to go to a new identity, a quantum leap identity, an identity of abundance, an identity beyond what you've known in this lifetime. The wall of fire is trying to keep you small and safe. And it is the universe reflecting upon all of the resistance you have to your greatness. It's not fear that we fear, it's our fear of our greatness. What would it be like if we understood the power that we are, the source that we are, the infinite abundance that we are? Because in that is responsibility, of course. And there's resistance to that because, man, we have misused our powers. We've misused our energy at past, maybe even past lifetimes. We've been burned at the stake, or we've burned somebody at the stake, right? We have misused our energy. So we have fear of success, fear of the responsibility, fear of having to show up every day. All that comes forth in the subconscious, and it starts stirring up, and it starts stirring up, and it starts stirring up of that apathy. Like, why would I take this next course? Why would I sign up with this coach? It's not going to work anyway. It didn't work before. All of that conversation, all of that resistance, all of that is called the wall of fire. So I'll never forget it again. I remember so specifically. I had some clients, some one-on-one clients. I think that I was having, ups and downs in my months. Some months I'd make no money. Some months I'd make, I think I'd hit like maybe 5,000 as a high month. I was, it was basically, I could barely make like $3,000 a month. I was living off of savings, off of when I became a millionaire when I was younger. I was living off of savings of what was left over of losing almost everything to my name, but I had a stockpile of, some cash, a couple $100,000. I had some money investments, but I couldn't touch them. And so I was coming down to the wire. I was like looking at, I'm going to just eat up all of the savings if I keep going how I'm going. If I can't make money and I can't move beyond $3,000 a month, and I'm going to live like this for the next 5 years trying to struggle. I remember I was walking down a street and I was talking to a girlfriend on the phone, and I was like, am I crazy? Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I love this work. I love what I'm doing. I'm so passionate about it. But like, am I kidding myself? Am I going to go through all my funds that I saved for years and years and hustle? Then am I going to just have nothing? I'm never going to be able to, have anything. I'm going to be some, broke spiritual person. Like, what am I doing? I got to really take a look at this. And she was not very spiritual. And she's like, well, you could always go work for a company and that's in the spiritual world. And, maybe you'll be able to learn a skill, and you'll be able to make, fulfill upon whatever you're doing, but do it through another company. And I went, yeah, you've got a good point there, And everything in my gut was like, hell no. Like, this is not me. I am an entrepreneur. I am a leader. I have innovation. I have things to bring to the world. And I was like, oh, cool, thanks. And I was like, I love you. Yeah, I love you too. Okay, bye. I hung up the phone and I just went, I had to surrender again. And I went, Erin, I don't know how. I do not know how, but I know one thing. I am committed. I can't deny it. It's like, I always think of it like coming out of the closet as a gay person, because I'm not gay, but I just recognize like it's what you love. It's who you are. You can't deny it. You have to come out of the closet. For me, it's spirituality. I can't deny it. I love it. It's who I am. Take it or leave it. A billionaire or broke, like, I can't deny it. And guess what? Within 3 months, I had such an abundance of one-on-one clients I could not take anymore. And I had to launch into courses and group programs and membership course. I could not do it. So it was like, what I know now, it's like, I look back and I laugh at the whole thing. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that I was just going through that wall of fire. I was being tested. I was being tested by the universe. Tested by the universe again. And this is the deal. The universe only responds with a yes. That's all it does. And so it looks at how committed we are. How committed we are. It just listens through the vibration, through the intention, through who we are as the identity, the declaration that we've made in our soul at a soul level. And it just says yes. So if the declaration has been, and the identity is like, I'm a spiritual coach, but I'm a struggling spiritual coach. That's actually really what I believe I am, right? It's what I believe I am. It's what I'm embodying. It's what I am. It's like the universe is like, and so it is. You didn't declare I am a $10,000 a month coach with ease and grace, and that is my identity, and period. It's end of story. I know, and I'm going to never question it. I'm never going to doubt it. I'm never going to energize anything other than that. And I'm declaring that, and so it is. And the universe says, and so it is. Yes. So this brings me to the famous speech by Winston Churchill in October 29th, 1941. I mean, just imagine how hard it was being in war for almost a year or something like that. People were so hopeless. So hopeless. Can you imagine? Like, you don't know if you're going to live, if the country's going to go down. All the world is in disarray. Everything you know in your universe is hell on earth. Forget fulfilling your dreams, right? You're just surviving. And he said with such conviction across radio waves, which was, the current advanced technology at that point in time, the thing that Winston Churchill had was he had truth. He had truth. And that's why people revered him like no other leader. He was so revered because he spoke truth. And his words were, never give in. Never give in. Never, 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 never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in. Except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy. And I say right here, right now, thank you, Winston Churchill, for saying that. And I say this right now, the enemy is only within. The enemy is your own thinking, your own mind that is trying to kill you, that's trying to keep you small, that's trying to tell you how you're not worthy. That enemy, that devil within, that part of you, that is the only enemy. The ultimate war to win is within. Always, always, always. And I recognize that probably 8 or 9 out of 10 coaches, spiritual coaches, will fail because they will give up. It's not easy to be the top 1%. I went from making nothing to making, I think, close to $3,000 a month. And then I went to multiple six figures. Okay? So it's so possible. It is in the conviction of your heart. It is in the determination. It is in you living as a woman or man of pure faith and knowing that if someone else can do it, you can do it. Trust me, I was broke. I was a single mother struggling, waiting tables, who was determined to make money, saved $1 million, and realized that money does not buy you happiness. Mission and legacy and making a difference in the world, that is what is fulfilling. Service. And in that, everything's possible. I truly believe if there's a will, there's a way. And it is up to you, my friend, to believe in yourself with such conviction. To believe in yourself with such conviction. That is the greatest love and self-love you can ever do for yourself. And I recognize these times are challenging. They're challenging, but this is where the strong thrive. This is where the leaders will show their true colors. Look, there was years where I didn't make anything, but I was like, you know what? I am going to at least learn to embody this work. I'm going to at least learn to get licensed and certified and all those things as a spiritual practitioner, as a law of attraction minister, as a doctor of divinity, as a spiritual coach, you guys. At least take the time to embody the greatest work you can ever do right now so that you can be a master of your own mind. So you can come out as all of the world comes back, you will be prepared at such a level. I know anything's possible. Getting multiple clients is more than possible. So many of my friends have doubled and tripled and quadrupled their business during this year of lockdown and COVID. And I know it's possible. It is so more than possible. The world needs truth. So my message from source, from spirit, from the universe is never give up. Never, never, never give up. I declare to break through the wall of fire, to say, fire, burn this old me up. I am the phoenix and watch me rise. Watch me rise. Watch me thrive. I will prevail because truth prevails and I am truth. And so I simply release this as my word into law, as together we say, and so it is. I love you guys so much. If you are in the 5-day challenge, I just want to say that I have been so inspired by you guys. We have had an outpouring of miracles, of inspiration, of community, of people committing to their dreams, getting very clear of their mission and message statement, getting very clear of how to sell, transforming it, and the 8 transformational steps of selling, understanding now when we're going into social media, the 10 things to post on social media, and getting 10xing our soul biz. I am so committed. I am so committed to helping spiritual entrepreneurs monetize online, taking and launching and scaling their businesses and taking truth out to the world. I am so excited. We do have the masterclass on Monday, and you are welcome to that. It's going to be powerful, how to 10x your soul biz. I'm going to teach you how I launch, how I do the 5-day challenge, how I did 150K in 10 days. And we are just so excited for everything coming up as a community, building in all areas globally. Also, you can take the quiz. What type of a spiritual entrepreneur? You can share that with a friend as well. Get involved with our community. We want our girlfriends and our BFFs and our guy friends and everything that are spiritually based and entrepreneurs. That's our jam, you guys. So have a beautiful day and may you live your truth. Thank you for tuning in to Soulciety and Dr. Erin podcast. If you've had a calling to be a spiritual leader or coach, you can go to soulciety.com and check out our free training. If you've received value here, I would love it if you take a moment and give a 5-star review. In exchange, I have a ton of free gifts for you. Grab your free Awakening book, 40 guided meditations, and digital manifesting masterclass. I also have a free money meditation and worksheet for you so you can begin to break through your scarcity mindset and claim your birthright of prosperity. You can get all of your gifts and learn about our upcoming transformational events in my bio link in both Instagram and Facebook. That's under drerin.tv, which is DRERIN.tv. Also, I'd love to invite you into our free private community on Facebook under groups called Soulciety. That is facebook.com/groups/Soulciety. That's SOULCIETE. Have a divine day and may you live your truth.